Don't believe me, just watch.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of EZTV. Billy Donovan is the new head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wanted to get a couple of my thoughts out, overriding thoughts. Some of these thoughts I've thrown out on the radio show, but maybe just like a condensed, this is what EZTV is all about, right? Just condensed thoughts about something and put it all out on video, in just a different format for you guys. Just in case you're not, somebody that wants to listen to the radio all the time, right? We'll put it out on video for you. Or if you're online and you missed something that I said or anybody else said, sometimes we'll just throw it out on video for you, just like right now. And this one has to do with Billy Donovan as the new head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder. When there is a presidential election, this usually happens with presidential elections. And I'm speaking specifically about the press conference over this past weekend that introduced Billy Donovan as the new head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder. A lot of people wanted to make a big deal out of it, one way or the other. And I'm going to relate it to presidential elections because usually most of the time in presidential elections, you got 40% of the country that's going to vote red. It doesn't matter. It's going to vote Republican regardless of what they think of the candidate, regardless of what that candidate's beliefs may be. The same goes for the other side. 40% is going to vote blue regardless. They are just down party lines strictly. 40% red, 40% blue. It's the 20% in the middle that elections, presidential elections specifically, are won on and lost on, for that matter. And that's where candidates focus their attention during a campaign race. It's a little bit different when it comes to sports. The analogy that I'm making is about the same with this one exception. One person, Sam Presti, and maybe two people, Clay Bennett, the owner of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Presti, the general manager, they make the call on the new head coach. Then, after they're voted to office, in this case, then they try to campaign. They try to win over that 20% in the middle. In presidential elections, it happens before the elections. In sports, there is no election, and the winning you over part happens after they're already appointed head coach in this particular instance. So my point on it is the 40% who didn't like this hire, that press conference wasn't for you. It's nothing to get too mad over if they were too PC for you, if Billy Donovan and Sam Presti were just too quote-unquote robotic. I've heard that word a lot. For the 40% that loved the hire of Billy Donovan, that press conference wasn't for you either. It was not for you. Nothing to get more excited about just because Billy said things that tickle your fancy, if you will. Why do we always say tickle your fancy? It's for those 20% in the middle. He is trying to sway those people. And so is Sam Presti. They want this to be a good hire for everyone. They want everyone to have good feelings about it. So what they do, they had a good press conference. 20% maybe swayed you, that 20% to go one way. Maybe it didn't. Who knows? And then on top of it, they threw some community outreach as PR right after the event, just hours after the press conference. So it could be a feel-good Friday, if you will, in and around Oklahoma City, and try to get that 20% in the middle to really be pro Donovan. Donovan gives good microphone too. He gives real good microphone. But basically in a nutshell, this huge press conference and subsequent PR events in Oklahoma City over the weekend to introduce Billy Donovan as the new head coach, it's not much fun for anyone, really. Even the people that think this is a great hire, it's really not fun for them either. They still think it's a great hire no matter what. Basically, it's like going to the dentist. It's not much fun, but you have to do it. And the other thing about Donovan, you're not going to know. I mean, I know people want to make up their minds right away about Billy Donovan before he's even coached a game. He's going to coach 82 games, and I still don't think you're going to know unless he misses the playoffs, unless he has a terrible year. There's a good chance Donovan, as a first-time NBA head coach, is going to go 60-22, or somewhere around there. And that's going to be great. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to be singing his praises. But there is also going to be a Game 6 or a Game 7 in the playoffs in that scenario that Donovan is going to have to win. And then, and only then, will real opinions start to form. So to have an opinion is one thing, but to have your mind made up that this is either going to be great or this is going to be a disaster, it's too early. You will not know anything for a whole year, for 12 months. Even if he starts 25-5, what really do you know if he ends up losing in the first round? Even if he starts off 10-10, what really do you know if he ends up, winning the first, second, third round, gets to the NBA Finals in the playoffs? Everything in between now and a year from right now is just the setup. You won't know how good Donovan is as an NBA head coach until probably right around this time next year, right around the 1st of May next year. That's my thoughts on Billy Donovan. Want to know what you think as well. Leave a comment in the comments section on YouTube or on thefranchiseok.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at Big Easy, Bigez. Would love to get your thoughts on what you thought about the Billy Donovan hire. And let me know you watched this along the way, too, if you hit me on Twitter. That's another edition of EZTV here on 107.7 The Franchise and thefranchiseok.com. We'll see you.
Don't believe me, just watch.